They're going to have to go in there, land with a helicopter, do a kind of special forces operation to get him out there. It's not going to be easy. So I don't know how you're going to go and knock on his door and say, "Excuse me, Mr. Zuma, but I'm the sheriff and I've been dispatched here by the Constitutional Court." I'd still very much like to see how that plays itself out.
Please go check out rebelstoresza.com. Their winter range is now available. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Joe Emilio Show. This is your real moment. Real moments are clips taken from a longer interview. That long interview can be found linked in the description below. And if you want to support the channel, there is a link in the description which will take you to my website where there are various ways and options for you to donate. Donating is not a must, but it's greatly appreciated. And also, subscribing is always free. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, your real moment is in. Yes, I agree with that. On this channel, I'm constantly criticizing the ANC. And I mean, again, with South Africans, I don't understand why they're sleeping because, just this year when it was the ANC's birthday, Cyril Ramaphosa goes openly on national television and thanks the South African Communist Party for being such an integral part and writing out some of the policies of the ANC. I mean, and nobody flinches. Nobody goes like, "Hey, there's a problem here."
Well, at least he was being honest. I mean, the South African Communist Party did write their policies. I mean, the South African Communist Party adopted the National Democratic Revolution in 1962, and in 1969 at Morogoro, the ANC followed suit. So that's exactly what did happen. And the SACP has written all of the ANC's policies, but what the ANC did to pacify Western powers and to try and bring enough people along into the transition, they sold us a lie. And that's basically what happened.
Oh boy. Well, hopefully people will start waking up soon. I wanted to ask you, when I did a bit of research, I saw, I was looking at unemployment rates over time, like since 1994 till now. And something I noticed is when Thabo Mbeki was president, unemployment was like low. Like people, like the economy was thriving, GDP was great. So, what's your opinion on Thabo Mbeki?
Well, I have a much kinder view about Thabo Mbeki than many, many people in my own party. I always got on well with him. And I really do believe that he understood a market economy like most other colleagues of his in the ANC have never understood. And I do believe that although he was really misguided to mobilize around race in the way that he did, he was doing that in a sense to keep people behind his vision of a market-driven economy. So I do think that he understood the economy, and I do think that if he had another term, which he couldn't obviously have done because he had 2 terms in terms of our constitution, we wouldn't have had the massive plummet that we did under Jacob Zuma. There was a big turning point in 1997 when cadre deployment was accepted as a policy, and that was introduced by Nelson Mandela. Let's be quite frank about that. And that was a fatal moment. But the other really fatal moment was the election of Jacob Zuma in 2007.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you will remember that we had all those placards saying "Stop Zuma," and we were accused of being racists and all the other things that went along with it. But Jacob Zuma is not a constitutionalist. He's never understood the Constitution. He's never supported the Constitution. He is a rural traditionalist who only understands traditional systems, which are incompatible with constitutionalism and the rule of law. And he only understood power as a means of mobilizing personal resources and saw nothing wrong with that. And then introduced that into the whole body politic of South Africa. I think previously there had been corruption around the arms deal to benefit the ANC. But the extent of the personalized corruption that developed under Jacob Zuma could never have been foreseen. And his election was a catastrophic turning point for South Africa.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's yeah, and the guy is still basically giving the Constitution the middle finger. Like the way he's been during the whole Zondo Commission and all that is just, yeah. But I don't know. Do you think he's gonna go to jail? I have my doubts.
Well, how old is Jacob Zuma? I think he's about 76 now.
Yeah.
So he's not getting any younger. And he'll give everybody the runaround. You see, the interesting thing is the Constitutional Court says he must appear before Zondo or face a contempt of court judgment. And you get arrested when you're in contempt of court, especially when you're in contempt of the Constitutional Court.
Yeah.
Now, the practicalities of going to arrest him in Nkandla is something that I still want to see. I mean, I walked to Nkandla once, and believe me, you go on a long and windy road for very many, many kilometers, and it is surrounded by poverty-stricken people who regard Jacob Zuma as their paramount chief, who was elected and deserves everything he got. And they see any threat to him as a threat to their identity and to their ethnic group. And the consequence is that they mobilize around him and defend him. Now, unless they go in there with a helicopter, they're not getting him out of there, believe me. They're going to have to go in there, land with a helicopter, do a kind of special forces operation to get him out there. It's not going to be easy. So I don't know how you're going to go and knock on his door and say, "Excuse me, Mr. Zuma, but I'm the sheriff and I've been dispatched here by the Constitutional Court." I'd still very much like to see how that plays itself out.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was your real moment. Once again, a link to the full video is in the description below. And this is your second reminder to please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a like, it really goes far. And please share this video with people who you think may find this interesting. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, be kind to one another, and I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.